bit. You know, that one tired me out a bit.
You got your work boots on.
I got the same ones you got on.
Oh, there you go.
Many people around the world know Meryl Streep as one of the greatest actresses in film history. Her long career has been filled with powerful performances, major awards, and deep respect from audiences and critics. But behind the fame and success is a story that many people do not fully know. Her life has not only been about bright lights and applause. It has also included deep sadness, difficult moments, and personal loss. Even while she was becoming a global star, she was facing emotional struggles that shaped the person she would become. These experiences helped form the strong and thoughtful actress the world admires today. What makes her story special is not only her talent, but also the way she continued moving forward during painful times. From the outside, it might seem like her journey was smooth and full of success. However, the truth is more complex. Like many artists, her real life included moments that tested her strength and her ability to keep going. She learned early that success does not protect anyone from heartbreak. Life can bring both joy and sorrow at the same time. For her, this lesson became clear during the early years of her career, when she experienced one of the most painful events of her life. At a time when her acting career was beginning to grow, she was also facing a devastating personal loss. That experience changed the way she looked at life, love, and her work as an actress. Instead of allowing pain to stop her, she slowly turned it into emotional strength. Over the years, that strength became visible in the powerful and honest performances that audiences would later celebrate across the world. Before she became a worldwide star, Meryl Streep experienced a deep and meaningful relationship with actor John Cazale. He was a respected performer in the film world and was known for his incredible talent. Even though he appeared in only a small number of films, every performance he gave was memorable. His work in movies like the Godfather series made him highly respected among actors and directors. When Meryl Streep met him in the late 1970s, they quickly formed a strong connection. Their relationship was built on shared passion for acting, creativity, and mutual respect. Friends and colleagues could see how much they cared about each other. Their love was not based on fame or attention. It was something quiet, personal, and sincere. They supported each other's dreams and spent time discussing acting, stories, and the craft they both loved. During this time, Streep's career was just beginning to grow, and she was slowly gaining recognition for her talent. However, their happiness was suddenly challenged by tragic news. John Cazale was diagnosed with lung cancer, and the illness quickly became serious. The diagnosis shocked both of them and changed their lives almost overnight. Instead of stepping away, Streep stayed by his side during the most difficult moments. She supported him emotionally and physically as he went through treatment. Even while she was working on film projects, she remained devoted to him. Many people around them admired her loyalty and courage. The situation was extremely painful, but she chose to face it with love and strength. These months would become one of the most difficult chapters of her life, yet they also showed her deep compassion and resilience. The love they shared would remain an important memory for her forever. During a time when John Cazale was battling cancer, Meryl Streep's acting career was beginning to rise. She had started gaining attention for her natural talent and emotional depth. One of the most important films she worked on during this period was The Deer Hunter. The film would later become a major success and is still remembered as one of the most powerful movies of its time. However, while the film was being made, Cazale's health was becoming worse. For Streep, this created a heartbreaking contrast between professional success and personal tragedy. She spent as much time as possible caring for him. Friends recall how dedicated she was to supporting him through every stage of his illness. At the same time, she continued working on her acting roles. This was not easy. Balancing a demanding career with such emotional pain required incredible strength. Many people might have stepped away from their work during such a difficult time, but she continued moving forward while staying close to the person she loved. Sadly, John Cazale passed away in 1978. His death left a deep emotional mark on Streep. Losing someone so important during the early years of her life and career was devastating. For a long time, the pain stayed with her. Yet, instead of letting grief destroy her motivation, she slowly turned those feelings into emotional understanding. This understanding later helped her portray complex characters on screen with remarkable honesty. Audiences could feel the real emotions behind her performances. The sadness she experienced became part of the emotional depth that made her acting so powerful. In many ways, the loss shaped not only her personal life but also the kind of artist she would become. After the painful loss of John Cazale, life slowly began to change again for Meryl Streep. During a difficult period, she met sculptor Don Gummer. Their relationship started in a simple and natural way. At first, it was based on friendship and kindness. Gummer offered her support during a time when she needed comfort and stability. Over time, that friendship grew into love. Unlike the intense public world of Hollywood, their relationship was quiet and private. This helped Streep feel safe and grounded after the emotional storm she had experienced. By 1978, the two were married in a small ceremony at her parents' home. Their wedding was simple and personal, far away from media attention. Together, they built a life focused on family and creativity. Over the years, they welcomed 4 children. Raising a family while maintaining a successful acting career was not always easy, but Streep worked hard to balance both roles. She often spoke about how important her family was to her happiness and stability. While she continued acting in major films, her home life remained a place of peace and support. Don Gummer pursued his own career as a sculptor, and the two respected each other's artistic work. Their relationship was built on understanding and patience, which helped them maintain a strong bond for many decades. For Streep, family became an important source of strength. It reminded her that life was about more than fame or awards. Even while she became one of the most respected actresses in the world, she continued to focus on the simple and meaningful moments of everyday life with the people she loved. After rebuilding her personal life and finding stability with Don Gummer, the career of Meryl Streep began to grow faster than ever. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, many directors started noticing her remarkable ability to express deep emotion on screen. She was not just another talented actress. She had a rare gift for bringing honesty and realism to every role she played. One of the turning points in her career came with the film Kramer vs. Kramer. The movie told the story of a broken family and the emotional struggles that follow divorce. Streep played the role of Joanna Kramer, a mother who makes the difficult decision to leave her family in search of her own identity. The role required sensitivity and emotional balance, and her performance was widely praised. Her work in that film earned her her first Academy Award for acting, and suddenly she became one of the most talked-about performers in Hollywood. Critics admired how naturally she delivered powerful emotions without exaggeration. She did not rely on dramatic gestures or loud performances. Instead, she used subtle expressions and quiet moments to reveal the inner feelings of her characters. This style made her performances feel real and relatable. As her reputation grew, more complex roles began coming her way. Directors trusted her with stories that required emotional depth and serious storytelling. Audiences also began recognizing her name as a sign of quality cinema. Even during this time of success, Streep remained humble and focused on improving her craft. She continued studying accents, learning new skills, and exploring different types of characters. Her dedication to the art of acting set her apart from many others in the industry. Rather than chasing fame, she focused on meaningful roles that allowed her to grow as an artist. One of the most powerful performances of Meryl Streep's career came in the film Sophie's Choice. The story was deeply emotional and required her to portray a woman who had survived unimaginable trauma during World War II. Preparing for this role demanded intense dedication. Streep worked hard to master a complex accent and spent long hours studying the emotional background of the character. She wanted the performance to feel truthful and respectful to the painful history it represented. The film asked her to explore themes of guilt, loss, and survival. These emotions were not easy to portray, but Streep approached the challenge with great care. Many people believe that her own life experiences helped her connect with the emotional weight of the story. The grief she had once felt after losing John Cazale allowed her to understand deep sadness in a personal way. Instead of pretending to feel pain, She drew from real emotions that she had lived through. When the film was released, audiences and critics were stunned by the power of her performance. It was widely considered one of the greatest acting achievements in modern cinema. The role earned her another Academy Award and further confirmed her place among the finest actors of her generation. However, the experience was emotionally exhausting. Playing such a painful character required great mental and emotional energy. Despite the difficulty, the film became one of the defining moments of her career. It showed the world that she was not afraid to take on challenging roles that required deep emotional commitment. This dedication to authenticity helped shape her reputation as an actress who always gave everything to her craft. By the early 1990s, Meryl Streep had already built a reputation as a serious, dramatic actress. Many people associated her with emotional and intense roles. However, she did not want to be limited to just one type of character. Instead of repeating the same style of performance, she began exploring new genres and experimenting with different types of stories. This decision showed her willingness to grow and adapt as an artist. One example of this change was her work in the film Death Becomes Her. The movie was a dark comedy, very different from the dramatic roles audiences were used to seeing her play. In the film, Streep showed a playful and humorous side that surprised many viewers. Her performance proved that she could handle comedy just as skillfully as serious drama. This ability to move between genres kept her career fresh and exciting. Later, she appeared in romantic dramas such as The Bridges of Madison County. In this story, she played a quiet woman living an ordinary life in the countryside who experiences a brief but powerful romance. Her gentle and emotional performance touched audiences around the world. Once again, she demonstrated her ability to capture complex human emotions with subtlety and grace. As the years passed, Streep continued taking on a wide variety of roles. She portrayed historical figures, fictional characters, and everyday women facing personal struggles. Each role showed a different side of her talent. This constant reinvention helped her remain relevant in an industry that often changes quickly. Instead of fading away like many stars of her generation, she continued evolving and surprising audiences with new and memorable performances. Over the decades, Meryl Streep's influence on the world of film has become enormous. She has appeared in more than 70 movies and received more Academy Award nominations than any other actor in history. Her ability to transform into so many different characters has inspired younger performers and filmmakers around the world. Many actors say they study her work to learn how to bring honesty and depth to their own performances. Her achievements have also been recognized beyond the film industry. In 2014, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Barack Obama. This honor recognized not only her artistic achievements, but also her cultural impact. Through her roles, she has helped audiences understand complex human emotions and important social issues. Even as she entered her 70s, Streep continued working on new projects in film, television, and voice acting. She has shown that creativity does not have an age limit. Her passion for storytelling remains strong, and she continues to inspire both audiences and fellow artists. While her personal life has included moments of sadness and change, she has always returned to the work she loves. Today, she is widely seen as a living legend of cinema. Her story is not simply about awards or fame. It is about resilience, dedication, and the ability to turn life's experiences into meaningful art. The challenges she faced early in her life did not stop her dreams. Instead, they helped shape the powerful performances that would later move millions of people. Through decades of work, she has proven that true greatness comes not only from talent, but also from strength of character and the courage to keep moving forward. Even though Meryl Streep has spent decades earning admiration for her talent and professionalism, her career has not been completely free from controversy. In the modern entertainment world, even respected figures can suddenly find themselves involved in public debates. One of the most difficult moments came during the global discussion surrounding Harvey Weinstein. For many years, Weinstein had been one of the most powerful producers in Hollywood, and several of the films connected to his company were associated with major awards. When numerous accusations of misconduct against him became public, the entire film industry was shaken. Actors, directors, and producers were asked to speak about their experiences and their knowledge of what had been happening behind the scenes. Streep strongly condemned Weinstein's behavior, calling the accusations disturbing and unacceptable. She made it clear that she supported those who had the courage to come forward with their stories. However, as the conversation grew larger, some critics began asking whether powerful figures in Hollywood could have known more about the situation earlier. Actress and activist Rose McGowan publicly questioned several well-known people in the industry, including Streep. This created intense discussions on social media and in news outlets. Streep responded by saying that she had never been aware of the misconduct that was later revealed. She expressed sympathy for the victims and explained that if she had known about the situation earlier, she would have spoken out. For her, the situation was painful because it placed her reputation and integrity under public examination. After many years of being seen as one of Hollywood's most respected figures, she suddenly found herself defending her character. The moment showed how quickly public opinion can change in the modern media environment. Even for someone with a long and admired career, fame can bring unexpected challenges and criticism. Today, after decades in the film industry, Meryl Streep remains one of the most respected and admired figures in entertainment. Her journey from a young actress with big dreams to a global icon has been filled with unforgettable moments. She has portrayed historical figures, fictional heroes, and ordinary people facing extraordinary challenges. Each performance has shown her dedication to honesty and emotional truth in storytelling. Over the years, audiences have watched her grow and evolve, but one thing has always remained constant: her commitment to her craft. Her personal life has also continued to change. After more than 4 decades of marriage, reports confirmed that she and her husband Don Gummer had been living separate lives for several years. Despite this change, they maintained respect for each other and focused on their family. Their children have pursued creative careers in fields such as acting and music, showing that artistic passion runs strongly within the family. Even now, Streep continues to work and explore new projects. She has appeared in television series, lent her voice to animated stories, and remained involved in film. Her ability to adapt to different types of media shows that her love for storytelling has not faded with time. Rather than slowing down, she continues to inspire both younger actors and longtime fans. Her life story is not simply about fame or awards. It is about resilience, growth, and the ability to transform life experiences into meaningful art. The pain she experienced early in her life, including the loss of John Cazale, helped shape the emotional depth that audiences later admired in her performances. Through strength, dedication, and compassion, she turned personal hardship into powerful storytelling. That is why her legacy will continue to influence the world of cinema for generations to come.